Welcome back. You're watching The Daily Dish. Now, there's a new wellness clinic focusing on men's health issues. Let's talk to the men behind this facility, Brovage CEO and the leading expert in sexual dysfunction, Dr. Frederick Mendiola. We also have Dr. Z Gentile, Singapore trained in aesthetic medicine, overseeing the clinic's public relations, and Dr. Alan Tan, an expert in men's sexual health. Welcome, gentlemen, to the Daily Dish.
This is such a cool day for me, Mai, because
Ferdy will be so happy.
because there's a lot of things to talk about when it comes to men's health.
And like I said, we don't talk about these things enough. Same with menopause for women, right? And I'm so happy we get to talk about these issues today.
Yes.
So first of all, tell us about this new technology that you are offering for couples. They say couples who've been married 20, 30 years will feel like they've been married for the first time, or they feel like they're newlyweds.
Are you excited about that?
Well, I mean, first of all, just want to thank you guys for having us here.
Thank you for being here.
Brovage is a men's clinic, right? So as it is, it's actually called Brovage because it's called Brothers Vitality with Age. All right, so that's why we call it Brovage. We specialize, right? Our team specialize in making sure our fellow men, our bros, are well taken care of.
Yes, it's our turn, Dr. Teo, it's our turn, right?
So we have treatments like, whenever we reach a certain age, like when we get to 40s, right, testosterone starts to go down.
Yes, that's important, Dr. Z.
Very important.
Because, not a lot of people know, but just like women, there is menopause. Men have what you call, Dr. Eric?
It's called andropause.
Andropause.
Okay.
And what
it's
is it about?
like a male menopause. It starts at the age of, when we reach the age of 40, testosterone levels will naturally go down. Okay, so it's like a gas tank of a car. So you cannot do anything about it. It will go down, and definitely it will have an effect on the patient.
So what effects are like immediate? Because Dr. Z and I are not there at that 40 yet. So I heard that you slow down physically, like even motor skills, you kind of slow down. You don't get as much muscle mass. Is that correct? You lose hair.
Yes.
Your skin becomes less elastic. Are those the
So testosterone is basically the male sex hormone.
Yes.
Okay, it has an effect on you're right, the hair, the muscles, and of course the cognitive function of the patient, and mostly the sexual function of the patient. So if it goes down, all these functions will be affected also.
So, Doctor, talking about male sexual dysfunction, it involves a wide variety of issues, right? Like libido, erectile dysfunction. So at what age does this usually begin? Because you mentioned andropause. At
On
what
the
age
average, at around 50 years old, especially in patients who has diabetes.
Yes.
Okay, you will start.
But sorry, doctor, I just want to go back. I know that that's a very important question because we're going deep now, okay?
For real.
But I just got sorry, Mai, but I just got interested in what can we do about testosterone, because I guess that's also the prelude, Mai, to going into dysfunctionalities, right?
Yeah.
Of the male physique kind, if you don't mind.
Yes.
So
for
first we have to check the levels of testosterone on the patient, okay? The free and total testosterone, that's very important. And if we determine that if it's low, so we have to replace it, okay? There
And
are
how do you replace
different modalities that we can do. I mean, we start with daily application of gel or cream.
That's just lotion, Mai.
That's one modality, but most of my patients would go for the injections. Okay, we can go every 3 months of injection, or as often as every week. So it depends actually on the patient.
And how long is this process?
It can, can be as long as the patient, as long as the patient needs it.
Oh, okay, so it's not just like 3 months, 6 months, a year.
No,
It goes on forever?
yeah, I mean,
can go on.
Yeah,
It
as
can
long
go
as
on for a
the
lifetime.
patient needs the replacement.
Okay, and maybe perhaps because it depends on what they need. No, Dr. Allen, like for example, I want to build, body mass, so I need a longer therapy.
Yeah,
That's
as we age, we lose our muscle mass, so we also need testosterone for that.
So there are so many options that we're learning about, like not only pills and lotions, like you said.
That's
Right?
important because every morning, every time Mai and I sit together, we're like, okay, sweetie, dry skin now.
Yes,
you
yes.
know I won't have dry skin anymore because
Same
I'm
with
using gel.
for men.
Yeah.
You have to also take care of your skin, and it all boils down to hormones. Still,
Yes.
they play a huge factor.
That's right.
That's interesting. I mean, this is so cool because obviously now you've got Brovage and it's your own, right? So, of course, you and your wife are very famous in the aesthetic world, but at least now you've got your bro, your bro project, right?
Yes.
Now, let's go to what Mai had actually asked before I rudely interrupted that question was erectile dysfunction, right? Dr. Allen, thoughts on erectile dysfunction and when does it start?
Well, I think it's supposed to start, like Dr. Eric says, when you are in your 40s or 50s, but we're increasingly seeing younger patients
Oh, wow.
having erectile
Yeah,
dysfunction
exactly.
problems.
Is this on a epidemic level?
Well, I think, a few factors.
Okay.
One, there's the actual problem.
Yeah.
And then two, people are realizing that, well, this thing can be fixed. But we have to get to the root of the problem, and that's what Dr. Eric will deep dive into.
The problem with us here in the Philippines is that there are a lot of us silent sufferers.
Yeah.
We call that.
Yeah.
Okay, like 85% of men who suffer from erectile dysfunction will not, consult, will not tell their peers because of maybe they're shy to admit that they're suffering from that. And of course machismo. So that's a problem. That's the problem that we want, the stigma that we want to, by education
Right.
and by doing.
So you can
all
overcome that. Dr. Z, do the patients that go to your clinic for these dysfunctions have a hard time going in and talking about it?
Oh, yeah. I think Brovage was really introduced simply because I saw the need. There are a lot of men who are silent sufferers, as what Eric is saying, and they really do not want to say anything, but they do have issues, right? So we really want to create a clinic where there is technology, right, as well as cutting-edge medicine, right, that can be given to them in a very discreet place, right, and safe, so that we can solve their problems for them.
Yeah, because you need to have confidence. I mean, if you lose that function, Mai, obviously, if you can't perform at your earlier years, then you cause problems, mental wellness. You can't perform. Let's say in the office or in public spaces because in the back of your mind, you're like, oh gosh, I might have to to deal with something in the evening wherein my partner expects it, right?
Yeah.
But you can't talk about it.
There's such a thing as performance anxiety.
Performance anxiety, yeah.
Yeah, it's like if the patient experiences difficulty in getting an erection, it will go to his mind, and he will, have an anxiety about it. So the next time he doesn't want to do it again because anxiety is
And
already
also, does
there.
body image come into play?
Yeah.
Does therapy help in any way?
Definitely. If we do something about their anxiety, about the performance, if we can enhance it, then they will have confidence again, and eventually they'll live a normal life.
Which makes it super logical. Well, we're super serious about our topic today. It makes it logical because if you got andropause and then you cannot perform, ergo you tend to have you're more hot-headed and
Yes.
impatient
Yes,
than,
yes,
than you
exactly.
would on a regular basis, and then that puts a strain in the relationship. Mike.
So
It's
the
what-
next time you know it, you're not, having the activity for the longest time. I mean, the desire gets affected, everything gets affected,
what-
even the intimacy part
Right.
Right, but
between
then
partners.
also in the deeper sense, that can also lead to other health issues, right?
Exactly.
Such as perhaps, and you're the experts, Dr. Eric, Dr. Allen, Dr. Z, about, like, for example, prostate cancer. It may lead to something like that, right?
Well, sex equals longevity and quality of life. I always say that in my lectures.
Okay.
And of course, if you're living a happy life, you'll stay away from this long-term illnesses.
And I'm sure that you've already had patients who are now living their normal lives, with better attitudes and a
Definitely.
skip to their heel.
Definitely.
I'd like to pivot to one of the emerging techniques or technologies out there to address one of these issues that men encounter in their later years or perhaps in their younger years. Who wants to say it? The exciting new procedure that you're offering.
I'll say it.
Shockwave.
I'll totally say it. It is enhancement of of the genitalia. Okay?
We call it very simply the power fill.
The power fill.
That's it. Yeah, it says it as
And
it
is
is.
there a demand among Filipino men? And what procedure do they prefer? Is it injection? Is it an implant? Is it?
No, Dr. Eric
Well,
does
we're
most of it.
using PowerFill, which is a new material coming from Korea. It's a biostimulator, which means it stimulates collagen formation. It's relatively new, but it's very, very effective, and it produces girth enhancement and as well as lengthening of the male
Is it
genitalia.
like stem cell?
Well, it's not actually a stem cell. It's like fillers.
Okay, it's like
that you
fillers.
put
So
in
it's
the-
a
put in the
synthetic
face.
biostimulator.
It's a biostimulator wherein it creates a natural look.
But it's
Right.
non-surgical.
It's
Surgical.
non-surgical.
It's just
So
injection.
it's
And
just-
doctor, I want to know, when your male patients come to you for consultation, do you get the female perspective? Because, we have to ask, what do women really want?
You will
What do women want, right?
you will be surprised, Mai, that most of the patients will be booked by the partners.
See?
There you go.
That's what I'm talking about.
You know what? Earlier when we were discussing you gentlemen coming on this show, Maya was like, I don't want to ask questions, but guess who's leading? It's Maya. And I'm glad because these are real questions.
Yes.
But of course, we need to save some more interesting topics.
We're warming up already.
We're warming
Okay.
up because
But-
after this, I'm gonna ask because I'm not shy. And you are back on the Daily Dish. We are still talking about men's health issues, and I
men's
am
health
not
and wellness, important topic today.
1000% my. And
Going back to what we were talking about earlier.
yeah, because hey, more is more, right? I'm gonna deep dive into this now because I personally want more is more because I'm not shy about it. Any enhancement that makes me feel good and makes me, walk in the beach with, cool abs and looking at people and saying, hey, what's up? You know what I mean?
Go for it.
It's for my
Go for it.
confidence. So I'm open to this, right? But what are the short and long-term risks or perhaps complications that we may expect from this? Or are there any?
Funny thing you said that because it's actually statistically correct what you're saying, because there has been a ranking, right, in terms of size, right, among the different countries, and maybe you
What's
want
the top?
you want to guess, you want to guess where Philippines and the Southeast Asian countries are.
I'm sure we're a little bit on the equator.
Yes.
Yeah.
So there is a demand, right, for it right now, and as you said, more is more. And now that we have the technology, right, for us to do the increase in the size and the girth, just using simple injections, right? I think it's the demand is really increasing. But people need to know that it's possible.
Right. They have an option.
Yeah, because last time people only thought that they can only do surgery.
Yeah.
Right?
Oh, yes, that's-
Which makes people very scared.
Right.
Right. But right now it's not. It's a 30-minute procedure. It's a lunchtime procedure.
Let's go.
Talking about what I want to know is, are these procedures regulated by the health department or any licensing body?
Yes.
Well, it's an off-label treatment right now because not everybody's using it, doing it.
Well, you pioneers here, no?
Yeah, we've been lecturing about it all over Asia.
But the product itself has FDA.
Yeah, it
cool.
is.
Yeah.
Right. So
Of course, you wouldn't be here either.
we use only the FDA approved products.
Yes.
Yeah.
So we now, because of our audience, I'm sure the wives are saying, hey, honey, guess what? There is an option for you, right? Dr. Allen?
That's correct.
Yeah. So, okay, you said it's a 30-minute procedure. How do you prep for something like this? Dr. Allen?
Oh, I'll
Or
just
Dr. Eric?
Yeah, it's just we just apply cream for anesthesia. Sometimes I put local anesthesia, and then we prepare the material that's going to be used and inject it for only for 15 to 20 minutes.
And how long does this last?
It will actually. That's a good question. This is because all over the world, hyaluronic acid fillers are being used. But here in our clinic, we're using a different material, which has the real good potential because it lasts for 3 to 5 years.
Wow.
Yeah, and sometimes you need to do touch-ups, but on the average, it will last for 3 years. Unlike HA fillers, which is 1 year, maybe to 1.5 years.
So it means to say if I go over for lunch, but I can't because we've got the daily dish. After lunch,
Go after lunch.
I won't have to see you in 5 years.
Well, you can see us with a different,
Different
problem.
enhancement, probably.
I hope I don't have any other problems because these issues are real, and this is why we invited the 3 doctors so that our audience out there know that it's no longer taboo.
Yes.
You need to enhance your self-confidence because this is super, super important, and it's nothing to be ashamed of, right?
Yes.
Doctors, prior to this interview, I took a deep dive to learn more about this. There's lots to learn on YouTube and Google. What I found out is people are talking about shrinkage. And does it happen with age?
Yes, it is.
Yes.
It does. I mean, naturally, the male genitalia will shrink as you age. Probably, yeah, because of different.
How much
different.
of it shrinks? How
Yeah, I'm interested. How much will
in
I shrink?
inches?
Well, because the male genitalia, of course, is made up of skin, made up of muscles. So these muscles will start to deteriorate, get smaller over time. So there is a little bit of a shrinkage. There's, of course, the skin portion of it as well. You lose collagen, right? And so the collagen as well, if you lack of collagen, the skin will start to look a little bit old and crappy as well. So there is a significant amount as age goes by for there to be a bit of a shrinkage. So we do a lot of different treatments to improve that. I mean,
And to address it earlier on before it happens.
You know, the interesting treatments such as Scrotox, right?
Wow,
Which is
It's like Botox for,
it's like
you know.
Botox for the skin
Yes.
around the area
Yes.
to make the skin smoother, right?
Dr.
I see
Teo.
a glitter in your eyes. Yeah?
Because I get Botox anyway,
You
so might
get
as well.
Botox now.
Really?
There is so much treatments that you will not believe. It's amazing.
Let's
All right.
go.
Is this a myth or a fact that you lose an inch for every 30 pounds that you gain?
Yeah, I think. That can
Wow,
be.
mine.
Yeah, we can also do some lipolysis in the suprapubic area. Yeah, because
But how true is
What's
that?
lipolysis?
it's true. I
It's
mean,
true.
you
You have liposuction in the area.
Yeah, just on top of the
Also,
male
if
genitalia.
you've got a little bit of a paunch, right?
And you will see some improvement in the length also with that because, fat can also hide the male genitalia.
I am impressed with your research, Mai.
Well,
But
that's
this
what
is
you have
cool
to do.
because Mai, at least, is coming from a female perspective, so that it
Correct.
doesn't make men uncomfortable. And I'm glad you're doing that.
It's why we're here for. It's
can
why
use
we're doing this,
aqualicks
talking about these
for the
things.
suprapubic.
Now let's talk
Fat,
more
yeah.
about
It's a
the
perception, right?
safety and regulation of these procedures. Are there any known cases of malpractice? Not necessarily here in the Philippines.
Yeah, I think if you do your research and you look into it, there are a lot of cases where non-licensed doctors will inject things like silicone, paraffin into the male genitalia
Oh my
cause
And
permanent
worst case scenario.
yeah permanent
What
damage.
is it? Oh.
Right, it's deformed.
Yeah, is
Right.
that
Formation that's
yeah, is
carried.
that also adding to why men don't talk about it because that's a fear? Like, what if you mess up and then I'll be forever? Because if you're not going to proper licensed doctors,
Yeah, that's
and
why
they're putting all these.
That's why
materials.
in Brovage we do a lot of research. We do a lot of
Yes.
training for us to be able to offer the patients the best.
And I'm sure you've got a lot of satisfied customers. How did they come out of the clinic after the procedures? What have they given you testimonies on, like, docs? Wow, this is what I'm going through now.
They don't. I think guys don't like to say too much, but I think the smile says it all.
What about feedback from the wives?
So, yeah, feedback.
They love it.
They're happy too, I guess.
Because of course, they say happy wife, happy life. Now, happy husband.
Yes.
What can we add to that?
Happy husband, happy
Happy
wife.
wife.
And everyone's
And happy
happy.
life.
That's all. Everyone's happy.
So how do you see, in terms of normalizing these conversations and these issues, how do you see public perception evolving in the next 5 to 10 years?
I think this space is going to be really interesting because in other countries like the States and Europe, it's very open, right? But of course, being in the Philippines and Asia, we're a little bit more conservative. But I think this space is going to open up, right? And I think Brovage is going to be the one that's going to kind of lead the way to have real conversations, right, between men and between all of us, right? Saying, hey, they have real issues. Right, diabetes is one thing. It's massive, right, around the whole country. Diabetes.
That's absolutely alarming because
and
the
diabetes
complications.
gives complications of erectile dysfunction, and that's a medical fact. And as doctors, we will have to help to try to first control the diabetes, and then control and improve the side effects of it, which is erectile dysfunction. So I think as people start to realize that this aspect of medicine is actually very real and is actually very legitimate, people will start not to get scared to talk about it.
Right. That's very interesting, Dr. Thea. We want a message from each of you. Dr. Eric, what can you say to our male viewers out there so that they don't get scared or they have the confidence to come out?
So to the silent sufferers, just be open about your problems. I mean, sex is very important in the life of the individual. We only live once. And we have to be open with our problems. Just go to us, go to the doctors, and we have a lot. I mean, a lot of things to offer to you. It's not the end of the road.
Dr. Allen?
I think treatment can be customized to the patient's individual needs now, and come to us so that we'll work something out for you.
And Dr. Z, how do you want to smash this taboo?
Well, I think let's just be open about it, all right? Let's be real. And Brovage is here to help all you guys out there to have a safe space. Just come and check us out.
And thank you so much, gentlemen, for making sure that this conversation is now open.
Yes, thank you. Thankfully, also, these issues, men's health, male sexual dysfunction, abnormal function, we're learning more about these things.
And the effects
these
of diabetes.
things, yes, are better understood medically
Yes.
as well,
Yes.
more than ever.
That's right. That's right.
Well, we're very excited, and I'm sure you got somebody over here in the panel will
Your
pay you a
first-
visit.
Your 10th customer today, maybe. Thank you so much again,
you.
gentlemen,
Thank
for
you.
coming over.